Anyway, Sister Cassada.
Yes, pa.
I am you aware? Yes, Brother Ayo Gomez, I like that. Holy Ghost fire, we come against that. Sister Cassada. You are aware, say the first lady, they follow you. Is this something that you are aware of, that they follow you, what you say, how will they say, what you say, and how will they respond?
Well, to tell you the truth, that is an honor for make me be Cassada Kitchen, the first lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, they follow me, which is a good thing. And I mean, to tell you the truth, even one of the programs the way he take up, which is the issue of rape, it take up from me on a book. Now from his school book, it take the issue of rape. That was when I came out and said Khalifa raped me, in which I still stand by my statement that Khalifa Koroma, the former CID boss, raped me in his office. Okay, and I believe say that one of the reasons that one day we make the first lady take that project there. I want to make something clear here. I hear people are going around saying that who is Cassada Kitchen? For first lady to put herself in Cassada Kitchen's level. Let me tell you, some of you people, what you do not know. I am a citizen of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and it is my constitutional right to ask any question that affects the lives of 7 million people. I am an influencer in my community. There is no doubt about it. My voice is being heard. If my voice were not heard, the First Lady would not have noticed me. So I have a very pertinent part to play in my Sierra Leone community. We are not going to dodge about it. You are going to, your opinion about me does not define who I am. I am not in this world to live up to nobody's expectation. I am only Daphne. But if I had been in the position to be the First Lady, I would not have been bringing down the green, white, and blue the way in which she is doing it. Because from what I can see around the world, it is only Fatima Bio, the only First Lady who is attacking her subjects. Then not to realize, it was not only Fatima Bio's votes that allowed a President Bio to become a president. It was some of us who were fighting with our people. We need to give this man a chance.
Yeah.
Hard-born APC guys, we fought with them. We need change. For the change that I have seen since the inception of this government is the change of division, the change of tribalism, the change of manipulation, the change of killing. That is what I have seen, and that is why I am mad.
Cassada, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I want you continue on this path because it looks like I don't make a breakthrough in terms of the audio. So I just want to put a couple of things up. Let me green room for get some photographic evidence. So continue for talk, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So for people for saying I hate Fatima Bio, I wonder. Let me tell you, during the campaign, the campaign, let me not go to the campaign. The truth is, as of today, the 25th of August, the 25th of November, 2020, 85% of the Sierra who voted for this president voted for him because of his wife. 85% of the Sierra Leoneans who voted for this president voted for him because of his wife. And the reason why they voted for him because of his wife, we thought she was going to be an immaculate, charismatic, the people's first lady. We thought she was going to change because of her experience being in London, because of her personal experience in her life. That is the thought of the basic, the local man. But boy, oh boy, when Fatima came, people want to know where I start getting mad about this SLPP. So I'm going to start it where my anger, I'm not angry. No, I'm not angry. Where my doubts, these are my doubts, where my doubts start kicking in to the point in which we are seeing it today. Because this thing never started yesterday. For you guys who've been following me since the inception of this government, I was the first one who complained about Fatima being allowed to organize the inauguration of her husband. You know, some people are just, I'm not going to use, I don't want to use derogatory term on somebody, but I want people to understand. You see, in the great United States that we are here now, what's his name? Trump is the president. But Biden will be the president on the 28th of January. Look at how toxic this process is in America here. But the committee that has been in place to set the stage for the next president, they are doing their work. Because everything in a government is committee. And that is what I think this first lady does not understand. So she came in as the most trustworthy woman in Sierra Leone. That was the first time I said, no, something is not right here. When we do not follow protocol, it leads to abuse of power. Since then, Fatima never gave a single account of how she spent that money. And to tell you the truth, that was the most disgraceful inauguration our country has ever had. When I tell you that's the most disgraceful inauguration the world has ever seen, it is the first inauguration of a president that there was no flag, all the invited presidents never had their flags, their country flags representing them. Because why? You come from somewhere, you think you can take your attitude from wherever and bring it into an institution. The parliament is an institution. Going further down, for every meeting that they're having pertaining to Sierra Leone, Fatima was the one who was representing the country. For those of you who know me, I have been saying that for too loud. We have Ministry of Education. We have the expertise in that ministry who are supposed to go to these meetings because they know the technicalities, they know the terminologies, they know how to understand this meeting. But here is a woman who does, I can bet you, I'm not bringing her down, I can bet you, if she's not coach, Fatima cannot do a whole paragraph in English if she's not coach. I can lay my life down for that. Okay. Look at somebody like that going to sit in those meetings. She does not even know the concept of these meetings, but she was there.
Cassada, I I want you cease fire. I want you hold your fire right there. Thank you for keeping the platform going while they try for doing adjustments in the background. Really appreciate that. And when it comes to that, because we know some of this is really personal and some of it is just being patriotic. But I want to acknowledge something quickly before I move on to my next question, which is I appreciate and accept the fact that you are very conscious of what's happening on the social media platform, in which some people then think that they can just ridicule others, or they think that they get more rights than others for talk about issues, and other people who are equally Sierra Leoneans as themselves cannot, weigh in on the national debate. But I think that you address that issue, kind of properly, because you get to separate somebody in private life from in public life, and yet you've made it clear that you've got all rights, which I absolutely agree with, for talk about the first lady and critique. And what I do not appreciate is people that we go and cost like it cost panam. But for criticize, that is very, very good, and we tolerate that in this platform. So my last question I asked was whether the first lady, whether you are aware, say it cannot follow you, and then you rightfully say if they follow you, then that is an honor for you, and it seems like you hit the right chords. But we'll be unsettled from the beginning of this interview because one or two things, and I think say things don't begin to settle down. Cassada, why Fatima Bio, to some people like you, even though I'm not saying that should be articulate, but I want her more succinctly, seem for they do the wrong thing to people like you, because remember, to some people then, they do the right thing, then they pray in the rest of it. But to people like you and others, it's the wrong thing. Why you think say now the wrong thing you do you tell the salon people about why you think so?
Well, let me tell you, when you did I don't want to call people the name on this issue on this video, because I don't want to put people on the lamp line, right? But when you look about it with some of your real genuine supporters, they are not happy. They are really not happy. But when you look at them, the Vengulas, where it do the worst, all because of Fatima Bio, so it correct. It's sad. With people they can get one parable where they can say, and tough love. It's good to show somebody tough love. Who don't know me, I don't want to make Fatima fail. If Fatima fail, every Sierra Leonean woman fail.
Okay.
Even though she has already failed. It gets a very long road for get people them back in channel. Very long road. Because right now, plenty people they yes, boss lady, because what you do, she is the power. There is. But I hope say, if you look Donald Trump and he learn a lesson from Donald Trump, that all those who are like, yes, you are the best. No, they don't even like her. Mr. Prince, Prince Corona, let me tell you, it's either you believe it or you leave it. Since this issue, and she and myself started this issue, right? There is nothing about Fatima Bio that people have not called me and sent to me. Some videos, some clips, all sorts of things. After I said, somebody called me. She said, "Oh, Cassada Kitchen, now for Gossam, now for this, now for that, now for that." I sat and look at some people. Honestly, nothing not there under this act, Mr. Koroma, where but Fatima, where people they not sent to me. Nothing under this act.
Okay, if you don't mind for I interject there, because again we wasted so much time, here on the technical issue. So
but let me tell you, it just to show you this is the one thing about we Sierra Leonean people. All what we're thinking about is how to break somebody down. Not to
yeah, absolutely, and they come to that, Cassada. No, I say they come to that. Fabulem, the reason why I put this picture on and the scene at the background, now for let we just show human beings, waiting at humility, waiting a call for them will be humble. And the reason why I get stuck again in terms of technical issues, I mean, get 4 videos where I been want to show Fabulem of we current First Lady, both in the then and the now. How they talk then, how they appear then, and how they appear now. And that comparative analysis there, I be one for let we do, so that we self go make the decision, not to me. So we see, I mean, real time, you know, the videos there of how we've been there before, but unfortunately the system let me down. But we are back, so we're able to show this background. These are the First Lady of the country. I'm not going to show this layer for be provocative, as people then go on for see them, especially they want to be there against them. But no, I just to show how you can come up from grass to grace, from level to level. So this is the First Lady then, but the First Lady now is different from this background.
Thank you, Mr. Koroma. That was
yes.
one of the, Mr. Koroma.
Yes, so Sister Daphne, here's the point. I let you flow on, but here is the point why they try for make. So you seem, you know, here for the condemn the First Lady, you know, it's almost like a personal crusade with the First Lady.
No, Mr.
But yet, it seems like say people like you can love person like that, but then person like that can go wrong some side and una can take them personal. Is this the case, or what you get for say about overall what you say?
No, Mr. Koroma, just like you were saying, one of the reasons, like 75% of Sierra Leoneans were voted for Mother Bio, they not vote because of Mother Bio, they vote because of Fatima Bio. And the reason we make them vote because of Fatima Bio, they see potential inside Fatima Bio that young girl, it not be a husband. You understand? At the same time, instead get story where he get for tell. So now the reason that when they will make beaucoup Sierra Leonean, they vote for Mother Bio. But it look like for say, you know, when Krioki say when poor man gets oged. When poor man gets oged, if you want put an outlet all man siam. First Lady, when they go and attack his subject them. When they go and attack his subject them. Me I not see here too.
So give me an example of attack in subject them, if you will, please.
She wrote me. When she talked about first of all, where the confusion between she and myself started from was when I made an allegation. It's not an allegation. I accused her that her vehicle that she is riding is customized. And I demanded to know who gave it to her as a gift. Because if my memories can serve me right, when they just came into power, there was a time even she herself was saying the ground dry. Instead of the ground dry for them. So how the ground also for you to get customized motorcar with an emblem HE, Her Excellency. Who said that Excellency they come up? Who voted for you to be an HE?
Yeah, but that's a title, Cassada, and it's obvious that she's no longer sleeping on the mat. She's now sleeping on a mattress. She get
but no. She is not Her Excellency. No. You people do not get this thing wrong. Nobody voted for her. She is the spouse of the president. You see that this is the reason we make in they put pig lipstick for pig. Now lipstick in they put for pig so, and that make it act like a pig. Fatima that the president in West, not on the president. She has no title as Her Excellency. There's nothing in her that is excellent. Nobody voted for her. In a level put pig lipstick for pig now. Now you see, now them thing they are when I don't do so make. Even the government not they function well. The government not they function. How can the First Lady be going to all government meetings when she does not even know nothing about those ministries? Trying to interact.
Cassada, I get a program where they come where and they ask you. I get a program where they come where I get for ask you for help for co-host. We will talk exactly about that, about the role of the First Lady, how it's been revolutionized, and whether it's right or wrong. And
even in
right,
the great United States,
but
not be they ever go dictate what's in the ministry. No, they go to ministry, they go ask them, they go meeting for ministry. Now this problem land issue.
That is a problem. That is a problem, Cassada, for many people, but a lot of other people that we speak to as well, then back the idea. We don't make the idea right because just like you say, she wasn't voted for. So therefore, in order to policy maker, they can't go around making decisions for advising man.
Mr. Koroma, let me tell you, those were some of the mistakes that she made before. And you know, I am going to say something here. Because she is the only lobbyist for 3 good years, she is the only lobbyist. She does not know. She just sees a vast land. You understand? She sees a vast land, but she does not know what is eminent domain. She does not know what is forest reserve. All she knows, the people who want the property, what they have to give is cash. Who they have to give to the cash to is the First Lady.
So when did you come? When did you come for no? When did you come for no days? When did you come for no days? Because me understanding when I look at the profile,
I have been knowing this for too long, Mr. Koroma. If you
you supported.
I've been knowing this for too long.
Daphne,
I've been knowing this for too long. I've been saying this for too long. Since the inception into government.
Daphne, did you once upon a time supported this First Lady?
Very much so. Very much so.
And then how does that work with what you say now that you've been knowing this, all of this for a long time, yet you supported her?
Mr. Koroma.
So when did it all go wrong?
Now, what I'm saying is, when, like I said, during the campaign, it is not secret. I am still supporting Kamarimba. For now, I am still supporting Kamarimba. I was a spokesman for Kamarimba, okay?
Yeah.
Or unofficial spokesperson for Kamarimba, okay? After the elections, in which there was 2 parties, I thought the better of the 2 evil was SLPP. Being that Mother Bio had been there before, he had sat out for 20-something years. He should have got in he has sat out and he was seeing how he wanted the lives of the Sierra Leoneans to be better. But when he came in, his 1 week of statements, and one nation, one people, one country, it was only for a week. After that 1 week, he was wearing green SLPP inside SLPP. Before, when he was in the military, he was wearing green inside green. But when he came this time, he started wearing SLPP inside SLPP. And by that, what do I mean? He started thinking of Kai and Minada when they've been killed. Now the APC they've been killed them. He started coming in with his grudge, his division. Then Fatima Bio, Jesus is Lord. When she becomes the First Lady, you know, that is why I wanted to read the desiderata for her. If you compare yourself with others, you will become vain or bitter for always to be greater or lesser person than yourself. Mrs. Koroma did what she was supposed to do during the time. No, Mrs. Kaba, Patricia Kaba, the late Patricia Kaba.
The most learned First Lady ever in the history of the country.
During the time of her being the First Lady, she did what she was supposed to do under the spectrum of a first lady. Mrs. Kaba's time was over. She left. Mrs. Koroma came in. Under her spectrum, under her time, she did what she is supposed to do as a first lady. She never compared herself with Mrs. Kaba. She did what she was supposed to do under her time and she left. But oh my God, now we have Lady Fatima Bio, the first I am that I am. She even went to the extent, I mean, she is just doing things that she doesn't even know what she's doing. She lies a whole lot, which is one thing that is killing me about her. She lies. She was attacking me again at one time. Then she had the audacity to say Tijan Kaba's wife never Tijan Kaba's wife never did anything. Even what she made to understand was that Tijan Kaba's wife had a school, but she does not even know what's happened to the school. She doesn't even know whether the school is being functioning. What she did not know was that Tijan Kaba's children died before him. So you as a first lady saying those sort of things, are you creating peace or are you creating enmity? You come again, you are going around the bush. And sorry, the people who were there 11 years, what have you done? What have you done? Why are you always comparing yourself with others? Then you become vain or bitter, because when you know what others did and you did not do, it is funny. And then you want to come with these pathetic, pathological lies. I had 9 properties. Let me tell you.
I come to that. I don't want to preempt that. I come to that, please. Yeah, you seem for the way ahead of this interview, Cassada, and I thank you very, very much. But there are things, I want to talk about along the way where we go connect and come to 9 properties and this long autobiography where the First Lady writes. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are just joining now, my apologies to those that had already joined earlier because we get some massive problem. But the act of perseverance, now a good virtue, because always it a pay off. And here we are, a program will be feels not go on because of the technical problems and it's going on. And we not go believe. I tried this morning for about 3-4 hours. It didn't work. I sleep for about 2 hours after coming off a night shift. And then for 4 hours, it didn't work. And even when we go live, it didn't work. But suddenly, here it is working. And we are having none other but Sister Daphne Pratt, a.k.a. Cassada Kitchen. When I put this woman in profile out there, of course, she's known. And it make it clear from the beginning. And this is the thing. There has to be a national conversation. And that national conversation is what we are having. And every Sierra Leonean is entitled to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this. There is no Sierra Leonean who is more Sierra Leonean than the other. We are all equal in some degree, some shape, some sense, some form. We can understand, like what you're going on with trial, the social justice system. Some people can get access to lawyer and money to lawyer. Not all of us have. But on some other level, we are all equally equal in terms of being citizens of the country. Okay, so we will get Sister Cassada Kitchen on a very special program, and we will talk about the First Lady of the country. Bear me for say, Sister Cassada Kitchen, and one person will be support Sister Fatima Bio, and he already don't explain that. But the way how the First Lady they carry about herself in terms of this new self is what the problem has become. But she is a humanitarian, and you don't allow most of the things them so much where he say it do that some of them have become questionable. And this is where we get somebody where we think say understand them. Sister Daphne, here is the thing with you and the First Lady of the country. The inside in your party circle, they talk about the Sierra Leone, they talk about politics now. Sierra Leone People's Party, you get the women's wing, you get JMB wing, and then you get the SLPP women's wing. Today, as we speak, one side more relevant than the other, and people and they blame this First Lady say now irresponsible for that. How much of this do you know?
Mr. Koroma, it is not secret. It is no secret. It is not secret. One thing where we will commend this first lady for, when they say division and scatter and divide, it gets that quality there. For divide and scatter. When I say it gets that quality, they get that quality there. When it be one His Excellency the President, Mother Bio, I be SLPP woman. Even though all of a sudden, for when me mama born me 52 years, I know one day is SLPP they call on I be blue. Past when our first lady, I can't tell we say in granny we be then a Kailan. In granny in blue.
Come on, you can't be
No
serious,
SLPP in granny in them, na be blue.
Uh-huh.
Where that one day I don't know no more than a number one. Number two, like what I said, this first lady is very good at division and scatter. When it come, when it work with His Excellency the President, it be the campaign under SLPP. But no sooner, you know, it look like a way somebody get hidden agenda. He said, you wait me no more. At the bio ina. At the bio ina. Like, as I get this time, I go teach it out on me. And that's how he treats them. He bio them. Fatim SLPP, SLPP. We go bobo them. And that's why they bobo them right now. Immediately, it take over. Now I said back Julius Mother Bio women swing. The reason why, in no one be affiliated. She doesn't like competition, period. Because it no say woman them we get competition. And one thing I have observed and learned about her, you could not talk to her. She is always right. She is the I am that I am. She knows everything. According to statistics, Fatima knows everything. She can lie without fear of favor, without even frowning her face. Then she will back it up again with statistics.
Okay.
Which is very wrong. Now, before, so many vibrant SLPP women were here fighting for SLPP. All of a sudden, since the inception of this government, there has been virtually no SLPP women's meeting that has ever been held. Never. Never. But I can see her a few days ago. I am the mother of the nation. When did you become the mother of the nation? Where were you when those people in McKinney died? Where were you when those in Tombo died? Where were you when those in Pademba Road died? Now today you want to be a mother of the nation? Of whose nation? Of whose nation?
Okay. So, but Cassada, she by virtue of her position, because her husband don't be president, in the first lady, but of course there is a way how the first lady suppose and can normally carry himself. But you know, things say some of the things the way we throw at them. I'm not saying that she's perfect, just like you say, but some of the things the way we throw at them, they are far-fetched. And the measurement stick we will use is we want call on Lady Rebecca Stevens. We want call on Patricia Momo, if you know where they come up from. And then one, equate them. Doesn't she has the right, to
Mr. Koroma, if you know you are not in power, Mr. Koroma, if you know you are not in power, do not compare yourself with others. If you compare yourself with others, you'll become vain or bitter. For there will always be lesser or greater person than yourself.
I mean, I'm more than me, but not to that. I say, in terms of the role where you don't occupy now, the measurements we they make now based on them with traditional leaders.
Mr. Koroma, my name is Daphne, right? My name is Daphne Christiana Pratt. Now you go all me to me standard. Me go tell you say I go college. Now me go tell you say I not go college. Now me go tell you what to be they do. If you don't can lie to the people, say you be get that kind that you be then a caliber of people the day where you not be the 2011 2013 African nominee as the best actress. You know what you say? We have to hold you by those standards.
So you fast track me, Cassada. You fast track me they fast track me to society, Usa again for eventually come with you. But I am not there yet, honestly, because yes, those things that we the first lady tell, they are questionable, but there are ways for them we find out whether they are true or not. The Freedom of Information Act. We can even look up
Google
the
oath.
That's what I'm saying. And we can pay 5 or 10 pounds. We go get access to that. Some of us have got access to some of this information. We can look the oaths where they occupy now, who's kind of oaths, what it mean, what they do, how they conduct themselves inside there. These information are available, but I'm not there yet. So if the first lady is telling, some stories about this, these are something where we go count to Daphne, and that will be clear. But at the count to that, the point I try for make Daphne is this woman, this beyond her wildest dream. Let me put it this way: beyond a wildest dream, she became what was never expected. Maybe some Maori man, maybe some pastor, they say some time ago, say, you get a bright future, but they're not being specific for say you will be a first lady. So the circle, Susa, you the worker. But eventually, it can't assume this role of a first lady, if you get who side they come up from. Now, if you assume the role of a first lady when you are not being trained, those of us with the Western world, even maybe Sierra Leone, whether not chieftaincy, then they train you for let you occupy the position. If you were never trained to occupy the position, sure enough, Daphne, you're gonna have problems.
Well, Mr. Koroma, for me, I want to say this that the diaspora, and for Lady Fatima, I believe say himself that the diaspora been there. I can remember when Lady Obama, when Lady Obama been take over as the first lady. Now fist bump be the fist bump.
Yeah, and then condemn them strongly. Yeah.
When it reached time where fist bump again, when protocol, that one they tell us about not also that they behave for this kind of office, it changed.
Yeah.
But you observe say in William case, with first lady is very defensive, very arrogant. He go tell you, this is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time. She will tell you that I did not read any book that tells me how to behave like a first lady. But she failed to realize that the way she carries herself, she is representing our country. Absolutely. And all the other first ladies are looking at her. Like in this our conversation now, you have people from all over the world. The 5 continents, we have them here. They are going back into her page. They are going back into my page. They are going to look at how she carries herself. They are going to look at how I carry myself. They are going to know I'm nobody. And they're going to know she is Mrs. Fatima Bio, the great I am that I am, the 3-time married woman in 5 years. The great I am that everybody knows. Look at how she's carrying herself. And who is she representing? She has the honor of the green, white, and blue in her palm. My point is attacking your subjects. I could have come here and insult her as much as I want. She will not insult me. But I will insult her if I want to. But what will I get from that? Nothing. Nothing will I would not get nothing from that. Oh, Cassada Kitchen insulted her. Yeah. But what will I get from that? Nothing. But I just want to tell her that those that are around her who she thinks love her, who are blowing her pipe, they don't even like you. They're all fed up with you by this type of attitude. And you are attacking the people who voted for you. And that is the reason why I'm calling on the citizens of Sierra Leone to join on this demonstration on the 1st of December against human rights, because those are the things that we, the people, need to be talking about. We need to tell Fatima we have voice. We do have voice. We can stand up for our rights in that country. And she could not stop anybody from asking a question. Your children who are not even Sierra Leoneans, they are having the best of Sierra Leone. wearing the best clothes, eating the best food. Yes, they are. But our people do not even have an incubator. Our children are dying. And at the same time, you want to sit and argue with those who voted for you in power.
Okay, we seem for long lost we guessed right there, but it's not a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, for Una, we just join the platform and then one day we'll be already there on. This is a very, very special program on a very special day, and we are hosting the sister, a social
You can give me
media
10 minutes, take a break, 10 minutes, then you come back on.
Yeah, of course, I can do a monologue. So if you want to take a break for maybe talk, do a press conference. Yeah, 10 minutes. No problem, Daphne. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I can even, wait. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Okay. Pull me off now. Pull me and block me first.
Yeah, okay. Family for them one day we just join the program. I just want for let una know say we've been get Sister Daphne Pratt, aka Cassada Kitchen. And if they talk to we or we have a conversation centered around the First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio. Sister Daphne Pratt, when I put in audio in message on my social handle them, of course I come under enormous attack. I'm not strange to the attack them. I do have these attacks on a daily basis, and I've learned to live with them. But here is the thing. I can try for turn negative into positive. In other words, waiting happen. Shall we just have reflection and not say these national conversations are things that were absolutely necessary if the nation of Sierra Leone should move forward and be successful and be very, very progressive. These conversations we get for hold them. Yes, you can support the First Lady. A lot of people can support the First Lady, and like one thing where the sister been they say, and I absolutely agree with that. And this message goes to the First Lady. Okay, I've got a caller. Let me see. Hi, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my dear. You're live. You want to be live or is it just private?
Yeah, I just want to speak here like that. No, put it live.
Okay. Okay, whilst the sister is away, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm saying. The platform is never short of ideas, of people, of academics, of critiques. Here we've got one. Sister, just a quick one. Where are you calling from?
This is Janet Mathamusa. I'm calling from London.
This is Janet Mathamusa calling from London. What have you got to say, sister?
Well, you know what? I will speak Creole and then go into English a little bit.
Please feel free.
I just want to let everybody within the platform know that new practice is raising legitimate points.
Absolutely.
You know, and we don't want to be. I don't want to be personal. I want to be neutral here. I am saying the office. You know, when you occupy that office as the First Lady, you're representing our country, Sierra Leone. So we as Sierra Leonean people, we didn't say that office comes with duties and responsibilities. And also we didn't say DRPs, add integrity contact, so that we don't want to wake up in the morning and they listen with First Lady, they talk like a minayato. I mean, I'm an ordinary human being, nobody does like me, you know? But when you hold that office, you have responsibility them, where duties them, where you want to stay away from Facebook or any social handle.
We don't
want that. I think this is what Daphne is saying. In as much as she is raising different points, the central point here is respect the office where you occupy, so that you respect we as a people, we as citizens of Sierra Leone, we people and vote for your husband, forget his position. Please do not prescribe mob justice for our people. Please do not talk down to us. Please respect us. And I think these are the things that Daphne is talking about.
Yeah.
These are the things Daphne is talking about. So in anybody when they watch, Daphne not get no hate for this woman. There is no hate for her. They were friends with her. She's just trying to say to her, no, we don't want to see you on Facebook with nobody. We don't want to see you at all. You know, we don't see, and she makes comparison to other countries. We get the Liberian first lady. We get the Ivorian first lady. We get Gambian first lady. We don't see them on social media like this. Okay, if she comes to the social media and they mix with we respectively, we would love her. And once
absolutely.
Daphne say, where really makes sense, Daphne say she's the first lady, first lady, will become first lady. We're very young, energetic, you know, and if they feel say it will use that energy there for be respectable to us, you know, so that we go admire them and follow. She becomes a role model to the girls in the radio.
Yeah.
It's no hate at all.
Sister Janet. I don't know whether that's all you've got to say or you've got something else to say, because you've just nailed the coffin.
Because I don't want to take too much of your time, but I just want to set the pace for everybody where they listen. For say, Daphne Platt is raising legitimate points. That's what it is. You know, no hate at all. You don't hate this woman.
No.
In fact, she loves it. She worked with that.
And that's the point I was trying to make.
Yes. All she's saying is, if you say you're a first lady of Sierra Leone, we want you for you attach integrity to an office. There are duties and responsibilities. And you get people where they walk around them, we're going to tell and say, you cannot do this. You know, things the way they don't say they're out of place. Because when we had the first lady, the former first lady, we hardly heard her on social media. She was there. You had, but again, sometimes people say that comparison is wrong. Okay, but we are saying our first lady is young, beautiful, intelligent. Yes, these are all qualities and way it gets where we sister they admire her. We love her. But please, we ask for first lady. No matter if anybody say what's on social media, let's when you not speak at all. You speak more than when you don't speak at all. You say more than when you speak
absolutely.
At all.
Wow.
You know? And then oftentimes when you don't speak at all, your statements can be so loud. You know, and that's what we want this first lady to embrace. Please be not follow nobody on social media. And this is what Daphne is saying to her. We don't want you on social media for the car address of people. They say more justice. We'll go to that thing. No. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We want you to hold a national conversation with us on a, you know, on a respectable, in a respectable manner. That is all we're asking. We love her. She's a beautiful girl. She's a brilliant girl. You know, everybody when young way around them who love her. But you know, this is to say, I like how you find it if you behave your wawa, you know, wawa for say.
Come on. Wow. I mean, my dear sister, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you here for the 3 to 5 minutes which you just use here for occupy this time in a positive sense, because that's a milestone. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, una don't hear for una self. I mean, the last speaker, it tried to encapsulate everything within the sister Daphne, they say. You know, some people then try to dismiss Daphne. And this is so pathetic. This is so unfortunate. Sister Daphne has got a platform. Sister Daphne has got followers. Thousands of them, even me. She's got more followers than I do. For different reasons, though. Some love her, some loathe her, but appreciate what they do, or just want to see what they do. So when we do things, we need to keep things in perspective. You see, this word perspective is a huge word. And in the last speaker talk about Gisno, which is Sister Daphne they try to do. It's not like when people, you see, some people try to make this thing appear like, say, the first lady, she's so hated and it is beyond criticism. Are you serious? No, you cannot be serious. Because the first lady is not beyond criticism. In fact, she's the embodiment of criticism by virtue of the position where he occupies. And criticizing the First Lady, depending on how the critique goes, what the critique embodies, it not mean say you necessarily hate her, but before you they make a judgment, why not listen to what the person they criticize, just like what Sister Daphne they do and what the last caller say. It's not like Sister Daphne hate Fatima Bio. If we understand the story, at one point, it kept for her, like the American will say, kept. He wear cap for her, he wear clothes for her, he shout for her, he talk for her, and say, this is the lady that's going to make the difference. But she's absolutely right. She's within her right. At some point, he decides, say, I cannot support this First Lady any longer because of A, this and that, B, that and this, C, this and that, and D, E, F, and whatever. She's absolutely within her right. The fact that she's absolutely within her right is justified by the polarizing nature of the actions of the First Lady. Okay? The polarizing actions of the First Lady. Fabulous. This is not something we want to keep. Bola talk. Not of us saying a deep secret. Now, minor secret, but I'll just keep on for the next program, which is the role of the First Ladies. Although it's traditional, it don't mean say somebody not can come along and can change that role there. And at that, the last caller and Sister Daphne, they try for say, at least this is not the understanding. We current First Lady where we get, she's young, she's agile, she's beautiful. I repeat, young, agile, and beautiful. But, okay, I think we got another. Let me see who's calling. Somebody's calling. Hello, caller. You want to contribute to the show?
Yes.
Okay, if you can quickly identify your name and who side you call from, and you can say what you want to say, please.
Yeah, just from Mila Hoffman.
Yeah.
I just want to make correction because I mean, really want to try to
Osman, you line the break. You can call me on WhatsApp, you know. I don't know who side you call from, but you line the break.
But me get you clear.
Yeah, me hear you, but when you begin talk, I hear you the beginning, but you don't begin the fade. So continue, it's clear. Maybe now outside the reception call.
But an argument to argue between you and Cassada teaching.
Okay.
We talk about the rule for high excellency.
Yeah.
Excellent. And I want just support Cassada teaching. You know, it's to the excellency because I've been listening Ambassador
yeah.
A couple of weeks ago now, 90.1, we see the wrong, we call her High Excellency, we call her Madam First Lady.
Yeah.
So in entitled to that. So now you can just see that call for make that correction, for that contribution.
Okay, Brother Usman, I really appreciate that. You see, then name calling there, it get adverse effect, but it can depend on waiting and the nature of waiting they go on. Like I believe, in my own personal view, like for example, most people will have let go or not even pay attention or take notice because if the president now, His Excellency, I believe that make them they call him Her Excellency. I don't think say the title right, I will tell you this, but most people will not have paid attention. But now because of the divisive nature of we politics and people, and they say, no, she should not be called that way because not only title landing for a First Lady. But a conversation they come soon, Brother Usman, in which we want to talk at length about the First Lady and people and views, then just like how you do. I really, really appreciate that you called for make this correction.
And Ambassador, Switzerland don't want to say we call all protocols observed. So at least people in that will know more about protocols.
Okay, I will look for Ambassador Darami in contact, or if I'm able to find out, or an easier way, if you do have them, do you send Ambassador Wuri in contact for me, and I will help for advertise the book because
Ambassador
Sule Darami. Okay, so he's out there, and I easily suppose maybe I even get him in contact. Okay, I know go see him. Maybe I even get him in contact, or I know people ever go call, you know, you forget in contact. But the bottom line is we promote them kind of things there because there is a national conversation, Brother Usman, that we need for have, and this is not the national conversation I need to go on. So we don't have to agree, because it's healthy that we disagree, but we have to allow for reasons for prevail. Just like how you they say, nobody know for can begin insult you simply because you say you not believe, say, the first lady has to be called Her Excellency, not to the traditional title and for enroll. That's a point, if you know what I'm saying. But until we have the conversation there and put away, it go out for put away the politics, but we definitely have the conversation and make it clear. But this is what it is. If we want to begin for call and so, there has to be a consensus. But until then, no, she doesn't, and she's not entitled to the role. Thank you very much, Brother Usman. Yeah, okay then. Yeah, that was just another caller. They clarify 1 or 2 points to me quickly, because some of we not can understand and things like this, so I make we can appreciate them. The first lady, I mean, they need one other project. You know, somebody call them Her Majesty. We get issues already with Her Excellency, and somebody went and said Her Majesty. Some of us not can even get the broader basis or meaning of the title there. We can just give. Some of us not just the lazy. But the same Sister Daphne, just like the female caller before, been say, we need for listening to Sister Daphne, although most people try for, for dismiss Sister Daphne. I get people that will call me. I get people that will send me messages. Some of these messages are being kept. Personally, I will never release them, to be honest. It's like, why did you say this? Why did you listen to this person? Why did you this? Why did you that? How do we have the national conversation? So how can the first lady only talk? How do we as a people only believe, say, that the first lady is immune to criticism? How can the first lady of the country be immune to criticism when she's so active of a first lady? And here is the mistake I think that most of us can make. The first lady, she's got a presence. The first lady is beautiful. Does that make what she says right? Does that make what she does right? The answer is a big fat no. 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 Now, in make today, the reason why I catch all this difficulty in terms of projecting this particular broadcast on Zoom is because the facility where everyone used today, where I mean get few videos there, where everyone show live, just like I showed the first lady in picture live, as how you call them, as something where I use as a layout. Now the same way if I don't play a video, so we see the first lady then, just like I saw a photographic image of the first lady then, whether or not be on a movie set, but just look at the first lady and look at now. And I want to play videos as well where even the talk then as opposed to how it talk now. So certainly something not going ahead. And like the last, not to the male caller, the last female caller say, now how the first lady communicate herself to we, if we go call on subjects, not everybody agree with the subject because they come to monarchy and kingship and princesship and queenship. But in a different way, we can refer them to as such. But this is the case. And it's not supposed for let we go try for take we brought that down, just like how people are, oh, how you they go equate Cassada kitchen with Daphne. But why would I? And I say so, even though I understand where they come up from. Why would I? Lady Fatima Bio, she's the first lady of the country. Sister Daphne Cassada Kitchen Pratt get a platform of her own and thousands of followers if you don't know. You may not agree with her, but some part of it is just her personal life. Yes, when it comes for say something in public life, we can also look at in personal life and try for make judgment. But that judgment has to be restricted. We need for ring we neck in, sit down, listen, and watch before we make the decision. With the First Lady Fatima, we get all right for make a decision, and I not even finish for Ask Cassada Kitchen all the questions then, but we go get more days, which is, una way be they attack me. Oh, somebody say you not get no shame few people and threaten me. Actually, 2 or 3 people and left me platform. I mean, they support me. But because of the Fatima Bio issue, they threatened say they will leave me, and I check, they've left me. I regret that I have to lose people. But if now on that basis you get for go, then it's better off for me, you being gone, than you being with me. And the fact that you gone, the 3 gone, again, almost 1 dozen people and I still they count. 1 dozen people and sign up to me and they follow me. That means social media handle. 3 officially left. It could be more, but I know about 3. And I know say again, at least a dozen more. Family, here is the thing, because we come for wrap up this program quickly, and I need for make few announcements and do 1 last minute of time talk on the issue of deeper. 1, this platform for 3 years now we have been talking. We know say they can make accusations left, right, and center. Their accusations and they will not come for understanding. We know largely it's a matter of deviation. It will know largely it's a matter of limitation, where you don't know how to explain or you lack of words or short of sentences. That's what you do. You dwell into the business they do. So we do kind of understand them and we kind of follow. But on the 20, not fix the date, we get the 27, but we will still try for adjust dates. We will get difficulties in trying for put a star-studded panel together for celebrate the 3rd year anniversary of this platform. The 3rd year anniversary of this platform talking. 3 years we've been talking. So sometimes I hear either lazy argument is like, where were you? Now I make a call a lazy argument because if you ask, you need to know why you ask. You cannot be asking a man like me, where were you, when you relate to something where I don't talk about for the last 3 years. Then you make yourself look funny. So I don't address those issues anymore because there's a lot more pettiness into it. But with 3rd year anniversary, they come, and we still try for work on them. Probably we'll get for water rundown. Normally, we will do them in the sense that different party people and different ideological people can meet, because that's my idea. How do we Sierra Leoneans find a point of convergence? Who's that we go able for discourse? We nitty-gritties, we ifs and we buts, we T's and we C's. Where? So I can always like for produce that kind of platform there. But I find difficulty because of the star-studded cast to our ensemble. But that not going to stop us from doing it, even if not low-key, we will do it. We've become relevant. This organization, Fambulem, is a registered organization in the United Kingdom. A registered, bona fide, registered organization. The next thing we'll get for do is that for try for register at least now 4 or 5 other countries then, namely the Gambia, Guinea-Conakry, Monrovia, Liberia, and 2 more. We already did Sierra Leone. We're not registered as Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leone 4, and hopefully the 5th. We will. So we're not just there for ordinary talk. So we think Cassada Kitchen they talk. We need for an audience. It's good for them we take the sense out of the nonsense. The way out the First Lady they conduct the office, a lot of people get issues with them. Even within the party circle, she's made many enemies. It's clear. Now, in fact, Cassada Kitchen military for say as well that many people can call them and tell them X, Y, Z, which is true, including myself. I'm not going to name people because it's not professional, but many people do call. And there's a division. Okay, I think Cassada Kitchen is back. I'm sure the sister is back. So let's just go straight to our Lord wrap up this program. Cassada Kitchen, you are back. Thank you very much for coming back.
Yes, ma'am.